Tonight, we must play Sega Saturn. Who's snorting coke? It sounds like someone's sniffing.
That was just me moving my laptop.
Yeah, really,
Don't do crack. You'll die.
I'm not doing crack. I do the Sega Saturn.
That's what you should be. Kids do Sega Saturn, especially today because it is the birthday of Mr. Sega Saturn himself, Hiroshi Fujioka. 74 goddamn years old. And welcome to Fighters February once again. Tonight, well, we're gonna play some of the old Sega Saturn. I gotta admit though, this was a happy coincidence. Because I didn't realize that today was going to be his birthday and that we were going to play Virtua Fighter here and then. So, funny how these things work out, huh?
I think this is one of our more fortunate fuck-ups.
It's not really a fuck up. I mean, we didn't change the schedule for this. This was set in stone for this day. Anyways, it's
Happy
Virtua...
little coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, I think I actually said that. This is Virtua Fighter. You all know it. You all love it. So, enough talk. Let's rock.
Ah, yes. Virtua Fighter 2. Made specific. Where the hell is that echo coming from?
I think that might be Robo. Hold on, I'll put up the link in the stream in the Discord.
Oh, probably
And
for the
there we go. I'll just get him out of the way. Akira. Where's Tetsuo? Oh, right, Jews. I forgot. Okay, starting
Choose
off
what?
with Lion. Alright, there we
Choose
go.
what?
There it is.
And we're playing the feud.
What?
Go!
What are you talking about?
You know, Family Feud, we're playing the feud.
Yeah, I know, but I can't see anything.
What? Hold on, shit. God damn it, didn't defend. I mean, Parsec.
See, Parsec is a joy when it does work, but when it fucks up.
Bitch. Alright, there we go. Move. Try now. Yeah, so Virtua Fighter is one of those games where I'm not very good at it, but I truly respect it for what it did for 3D fighting games.
Might have more my experience with Virtua Fighter has to be, let's see, Virtua Fighter 5,
Just clear some
specifically the
clutter from the
vanilla
screen.
PS3 version, a bit of 4, and I think I played a little bit of 2. Oh, I definitely played, like, if there's one that I actually play a lot of just because of how kinda jank it is, or specifically this one glitch, is Virtua Fighter 3. You know that one glitch you can perform with,
The boat stage.
yes, with,
Yeah, I saw that
Takahashi.
video where it just
I don't have
flips.
a punch.
It should be C. B. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. And we gotta restart the game.
Aside from that, though,
A. B. C. Alright. Anyways, you were saying?
aside from that, my biggest, probably one of my most recent and most common Virtua Fighter knowledge, and just one I do the most, has to be playing Virtua Fighter 1 over at this local bar place that I go to every so often. Like, they just straight up have the full machine right there in pristine condition, and I think I shot a few pictures of it a while
Ah,
back.
crap, I pressed B. Nice.
The only thing about the machine that's just, like, slight little bit is that somebody put gum over Jackie's mouth on the side.
That's half of me is like thinking that's bullshit. The other is like, that's awesome. And you still not punch.
Maybe I just need to configure it to a different button.
Oh, jeez. All right. A. B. C. All right. Anyways, for me, my history with Virtua Fighter starts with Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, the updated version that came out like 2003. That was one of the first games that me and my brother got for our PS2, but at the time I hated it. You gotta remember, this was younger, stupider idiot Eric, whose only fighting game experience was Street Fighter. And there was the fireballs and the flying kicks and all that. But obviously over time I, came around and saw the error of my ways, and I regret selling that copy because I could have gone for at least $50 now. Alright, there you go. And I've only seen one machine out in the wild. It was Virtua Fighter 1, and it used to be at this pizza place. It used to be right next to the theater near us. And it was the early version where it had the Middle Eastern fighter instead of Akira on the marquee display.
Oh yeah, actually that's also on the one I've got over at my place and such, or over at the bar place.
Alright, P-Donk says, yeah, I respect Virtua Fighter, but its character design always seemed like boneless Tekken to me.
I mean, I could kinda see that.
Well,
it's
to say
it's more...
boneless Tekken's kind of bullshit since this was first. So, I don't think this is an analogy that really works.
I'd say it's the vanilla of fighting games. Is that right? Would that be a good term for that? The vanilla of 3D fighting games?
Well, it is the forefather of 3D fighting games, so I think that's fair.
It's tried and true. Doesn't go completely weird or crazy completely yet, since it's just establishing the foundations.
Hey, do you have anything to say? You're oddly quiet.
Oh, by the way, if with next you can mind popping the stream back on Discord, just so I can see it.
Oh, right. Well, after this, 8, say something. Oh God. Okay, Bret Hart, calm down. You really love that promo video, don't you?
What? Don't you? No, that's the sound Wolf makes sometimes when he does a throw.
The Virtua Fighter equivalent of BRAP.
Brap.
It's funny when we talk about, like, oh, where's the fireballs and such, because arguably I went backwards from, like, big bombastic fighting games.
Alright, give me a second. I need to,
Now
I just woke up and I need to get all my thoughts together about all this, because I've been thinking about this for quite some time, and I've arguably put more time into Virtual Fighter than either of you.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Much less.
I'll go with General Tao. I'll go with
Give me about like 10
Mercenary
seconds to go get a
Tao.
bucket of water.
Alright, you go do that.
Actually, hang on. I'll do this match real quick, and then I'll get a bucket of water.
Jackie, arguably my favorite Virtua Fighter character, if not, well, second to Brad Burns. Me and my sister always quoted the whole, it's like you're moving in slow motion! So many times.
Ugh.
I really wish that they would get these supports, what is it? the AM2 ports that they have on the PSN and Xbox Network as Xbox Live and such onto Steam and shit, because all they have currently for Virtua Fighter on Steam is just the Sega Genesis version of Virtua Fighter 2, and that's not a bad game, but it's not what you're looking for.
Just go get your water now, 8. Crap, did he go? I can't tell.
I think he did both. But
feel my part.
Like that Genesis port ain't too bad, but like for it being the only freaking Virtua Fighter game on Steam currently, that's a crime.
Well, I don't think it's a good part at all. It's what they did, what they had to do. I get that. They probably would have had a better time had they did it for the 32X at the very least. But I do like the 16-bit version of Jeffrey's theme. One of the better covers in that game. Dun, 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 dun.
See, if you want to talk about new Virtua Fighter music, the most iconic for me has to be Sarah's theme in Virtua Fighter 2. Like, goddamn, that is some good shit.
I guess while 8 takes his sweet time, I'll just check Twitters.
Though, whenever I look at that,
Someone say something about cocaine.
Cocaine.
I'll be right back.
Again?
Also, pie's cute as fuck. Anyone who doesn't think so can go suck a duck.
He tells the truth, though.
Just tell me whenever you're back.
But for me, when it comes to going from normal virtual fighting kind of games to big bombastic, like, I started off with, like, I want to say my first...
Alright, I'm back. I just poured a bucket of water in my head. I'm awake now.
Never mind. We have the 8.
Alright, let's talk about Virtua Fighter and its lore and character design. First off, let's get something straight here. Look. There's a niche for everything, right? You know, you can have your wacky, crazy, fun time anime where your characters fight and defy the laws of physics. And then you can have something that's a little bit more grounded and can still have a little bit of craziness to it. But for the most part, it doesn't really try to go a bit out there. You get that with Virtual Fighter, where everyone's pretty much a normal person for the most part, quote unquote. And that's okay. You can have characters that are a little bit normal. I think the fact that everyone's just so used to to a character whose rivalry exists because of some ancient bloodline or some horrible travesty that occurred between them or some convoluted reason thereof is, it's fine. As much as I like the soap opera that plays out between the Mishimas, sometimes I want a rivalry between characters or a deep-seated past to just be the result of something, relatively normal. So to speak. I know you couldn't resist the urge to get a win while I wasn't playing, you little fuck.
Yeah, no regrets. So let me just fix something in OBS real quick.
You're a louse.
See, the one other thing I'd say with Virtua Fighter is that it doesn't really present its story like face-first, like story modes or major arcade modes as compared to other ones. In fact, really, the most you'll get is from little implications from the ending screen stuff, and obviously the manuals, which actually tell pretty much everything that happens between the tournaments.
Virtual Fighter is not unlike a Jackie Chan movie, where personality and character comes from the way characters fight rather than anything directly said about them.
All right, go. Fixed. Ah, you knocked my hat off.
So, that said, in terms of the gameplay, you can tell a lot about the characters, actually. So, you know,
Oh,
it's not really a
definitely.
problem here. There's no clones, so you can definitely figure out where a lot of these characters are coming from.
Yeah, not just say that. I just realized that Virtua Fighter really doesn't have any clones at all. Wow.
Also, the
also-
stage rules. Sorry.
There's also the fact that, aside from Takahashi taking a break between 4 and... Wait, did he appear again in Final Show in
Yes.
5?
Yes. They didn't put him back in 4 because they couldn't figure out how to do him right, evidently.
His rigging fucked everything.
Yeah, like that one glitch video we talked about earlier.
He's a big boy.
Too big for the Dreamcast.
What are you talking about? He's in the Dreamcast.
That was being a joke. Anyways, you were saying, Robo?
You should have said too big for the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But Virtua Fighter is a game that I'd say hasn't really lost any major characters in transition between each of their games. Aside
Yeah.
from Takahashi taking a small break, every single character that ever was in Virtua Fighter is in 5 Final Showdown.
And they're great. I love Aoi. For fist or twist!
Aoi is like my sister's favorite character next to Brad.
Come on. Yeah, how do I do a grab?
Grabs are very complicated in this game. Basically, you have to have it's a specific timing of forward and punch and guard. Damn.
Excuse me.
I was trying to do the jump kick because he does it in the OVA and I love it.
OVA, don't you mean the anime?
They made an OVA that animated some of that put basically a music video to the soundtrack done by to that album I showed you by Takenobu Mitsuyoshi.
Curious, how good is that anime and OVA?
Yeah,
The OVA is great. The anime is fine.
There it is.
Damn, I guess he won the rivalry this time.
Wait, we're rivals?
Yeah, they don't hate each other, but they acknowledge one another as rivals. Akira with his karate, a Wolf with his wrestling. Literally the principle of fist and twist. We've been over this.
Drunk Master time.
I should also say, if y'all watch and notice any weirdness, it's that Saturn emulation is still not there yet.
Depends on how powerful your computer is now.
My computer is very powerful, although I do need to look into a new
Mid-Athens is
motherboard.
very intensive, though. You have to remember that.
Friendly reminder that if y'all in the audience like what we do, consider sliding us some money at the link below the stream to my cash.me. You might get something in return. Link. Yeah, I really need to look into a new Movo and processor, as I can pretty much keep everything else. My graphics card is like a 1070, so that's good enough for most everything. It's not like I'm doing shit in 4K or anything. I don't care about that crap. It's all just a fad. Though I'm still waiting for VR to become cheaper.
I'm waiting for the day where I can make a game that's just so beautifully low end that it can run on anything. Just anything.
Ugh. Yeah. That actually reminds me that there's another low poly themed racing game coming out soon, evidently. And God, I hope this does not fall like Drift Stage and 90s Arcade Racer did. I can't afford to lose another promising old school style 3D racing game. I just can't.
I've read up and looked up on the whole stuff with the 90s Arcade Racer, and damn.
Yeah,
like,
Nicalis is a shit.
Maybe.
I also remember.
No, they
that...
are shit. They stole fucking Cave Story from Pixel.
Oh, the poor bastard.
He's not, don't call him a bastard. He got swindled by foreigners.
I said the poor bastard.
Still. But yeah,
He
it
must-
fucking sucks, and Nicalis is a dick. Evidently, they were showing off 90s Arcade Racer at some event not too long ago, but they really chopped and screwed with it. Also, your headband fell off.
Anybody else remember Cage's freaking BDSM looking outfit in
Name
3?
is Kage, goddammit.
Kage.
David Kage.
David Kage.
I make the
Kage.
bad. I make the bad game and studies in ninjutsu.
Okay, so Kage. So I was gonna say, if anyone's ever watched the Sega Gals anime, which is fucking amazing. At first, I think one of the first.
No
episodes-
Fighting Vipers references, so I'm out.
Eat a dick. Anyway, so they have a
No,
really good
never.
episode. They have a very good episode about Virtua Fighter, and they just keep using Kage's headbutt, and it kills everything.
I just remember seeing some clips from that episode, I think.
The damage on it is so fucking good. Like, it's insane. And they kill everything with it, and it's the best. Also, Jeffrey McWile falls in love with one of the girls.
Ugh. No. Whoa, what's this? Well, what does opposite Jeffrey get?
He gets a fucking gladiatorial outfit. Or an outfit that makes him look like a gladiator.
No, I got the shoot pads on.
I mean, he does study pancration.
You do know Pancrase wasn't... you know Pancrase was just the name, right? They weren't really studying the old style of pancration.
No. Jeffrey studies pancration, not pancrase.
That'd be sick.
Pancreas.
That would be sick to say, yeah, I studied Pancrase. What do you do?
No, he studied the
I know, I'm
actual-
making a fucking joke.
It wasn't a good one.
I love Pancrase.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You
Why do you
like
think?
saying you love pancrase to get street cred.
Like anyone else in this chat would know what Pancrase is.
Everyone in this chat knows what pancrase is. You've been outed. Get ready, sir. Hand me your badge. I'm taking you downtown, motherfucker.
Why do you fucking care?
Because, you see, I am the foremost authority on pancrase.
No, you're not. That's Mo. Lord
And
Mo.
therefore, pancration. Give me your badge, sir.
I could kick you off this goddamn stream if I want to.
You can. But then, you poop your
Uh-oh, what did I
eyes.
choose?
You picked Kage. Cool ninja boy. His outfit in 3 is weird.
It's the BDSM outfit.
It's not BDSM. It's like just a weird chain mesh shirt. And why are we underwater?
This is Doral stage.
Because it's cool. You know, I'm not gonna lie,
Alright, so how to do the
I
headbutt.
love that Kage outfit in 3. Like, I always love just choosing it. It's just the freaking shiny ass pants he's got on, the chain shirt, and not gonna lie.
He looks like a late 90s club douche.
That's because he is. But he loves his mama and he can whistle with a leaf.
I won't lie, he's a fairly
So how
good
do you
looker
headbutt?
underneath that mask, you know?
Tell me to headbutt, you scoundrel.
Up and punch when on a downed opponent. That's it.
See, the one other thing about that Sega Hard Girls anime that I remember was that it also had an appearance of Sonic, and funny enough, the theme that they chose for his appearance was Supersonic Racing.
Nice.
Good. They knew. Supersonic Racing.
Gotta keep your feet right on the ground.
What I was expecting them to do is play dun, 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 dun.
I don't recognize that one.
It doesn't matter.
Sonic
Imagine
Adventure
one.
1.
Okay, stop saying it so condescendingly, 8. Seriously.
I don't care anymore. It's just fun to fuck with you.
No, it's not. And you're no longer allowed to talk shit about me behind my back, you cunt.
Ah.
Yeah, I look at those bars and.
Oh, I
then
knocked
it's
your
just
face
sometimes
off.
like-
I mean, your other face.
Face off.
That's right, baby.
But
Guess
I'm
who's
not
Nick Cage?
Nick Cage, and you're not John Travolta.
Well, there's Marty McFly. He's got the jacket, too. His theme in Dancing Shadows is pretty good, too. Man, I really gotta practice these characters again. I forgot almost everything about them.
I remember when I was playing Fighters Mega Mix, it was hard for me to adjust to the Virtua Fighter characters since the Fighting Vipers characters were right there, and they were arguably just so more
Faster.
Yeah, it's so much more faster and powerful. But then, like, I actually got more used to them. And
Yeah,
shit.
but the
And
virtual
then-
and then the virtual fighter characters got more moves in this one because they were working on 3.
Yeah.
So they got a bunch more shit that made them way more technical and actually better than the Fighting Vipers characters.
I won't lie, usually whenever I'm playing Fighting Vipers characters in Mega Mix, I'm usually picking between Kage or Jackie.
Fighting Vipers?
Or Fighters Mega Mix, Fighters Mega Mix. So if we're talking about what characters like absolute main in Fighters Mega Mix, it has to be playing as Honey, using the Hariaku outfit. At least I think that's how it's pronounced. The
Hell yeah!
It's the reason why that that costume is like the I've always had that as my background image for any computer that I've used.
Ah, now it's time to play as Lao.
A.K.A. Mercenary Tao.
Yeah, I hope you like to spin right round, baby.
I'll shake
Like
it
a
up,
record,
booty.
baby? Man, that was a good song, and it sucks that the singer's no longer with us.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, what's even worse is that they went through some kind of... I don't think it was a transition, just a really bad makeover in the late 2000s, and everyone just ragged on them because they looked ugly, which, you know, beauty is subjective, but nowadays it just feels like low-hanging fruit.
God, I love doing the second stomp.
Now ride me like a log into the wind.
Oh, you mean when he tosses the log and rides it? We're talking about
So-
Mercenary Tao. For anyone who doesn't know, original Dragon Ball is the shit and better than Z. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you why. Because for moments like General fucking Tao. General Tao is
Mercenary
this
Tao, I
crazy
meant
ass-
actually Mercenary Tao, not General Tao's chicken.
He's this crazy ass motherfucker who's trying to search for the Dragon Balls for the Red Ribbon Army, and he has one of these moments. He's one of the first characters that really gives Goku like a run for his money, and one of his shining moments is when he picks up a giant fucking tree log, tosses it, and rides it.
Wait, it wasn't a tree log. I think it was like a pillar or something.
Sometimes it was a
Sometimes log.
it was one or the other, because I definitely remember him at one point riding on a tree.
Oh no, he tosses that shit and rides it for miles.
It's so iconic that it's become its intro in literally every in Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
As it should.
You know, this next Fighters DLC pass, we better get Tao Pai
We
Pai
won't.
in there.
We won't even get a Raleigh.
Sucks.
Man, I'd love to see Arale in there, because she'd destroy everyone. By just running.
Yeah, you can't fight a gag manga character with an actual fighting manga character.
So that's a Kiku man.
I was referencing the fucking super episode where she actually just straight up appears.
Oh, you don't mean the manga where Goku meets her as a kid and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, I forgot they also did that in one of the movies.
They did that in the movies, but their first appearance is in the manga where Goku's trying to just he runs into their town and he meets them and Goku's fucking scared because everyone there, because like Arale and her little sister are fucking terrifying.
I think I actually might have the volumes for those chapters, if I'm correct. Good shit. I also actually picked up the it was called Mystical Adventure, right? The one that had a Raleigh cameo in.
I believe so.
Not even just a cameo. He hangs out with her for a full chapter.
No, like it's in. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the movie.
Oh yeah, the movie. Yeah.
Because, like, it was my sister's birthday, my sister loves Dr. Slump, so I got her that. And she also loves her some OG Dragon Ball as well, so.
Nice.
Remember that time a robber hung out with Arale and she played with his gun for a bit and shot herself in the face and he went, "Oh god, I've killed a kid." Like, actually, what the fuck sometimes, Toriyama?
And since we got Lau here, it also reminds me of another great Virtua Fighter story from.
Okay, wait. First off, what do you know about? Did you know that Lau was a chef, Prince?
Yes.
Okay, I love that idea. Where 1 minute he's making like the best authentic Chinese cuisine, and then he says, "Oh, look at the time," and then next
Time
minute,
to go abuse my daughter emotionally.
No, he's not an abuser. No.
Whoops.
He's an asshole, but he's not an abuser. Although, okay, you know, this is complicated. He neglected her because, well, no, he didn't neglect her. He focused way too much on his job and being a martial artist, and not as much time being a father, and he regrets that. But it's not like. But he's too much of a stern, old-fashioned dad to be like, "Oh man, I made the wrong mistake."
Oh my god! So it's basically every single '90s father that my dad wasn't there is too busy. Shit.
Daddy
It's
wasn't
not my
there
dad
to
is too
change-
busy. It's man. I wish my dad would fucking talk to me about this, and he'd be like,
Daddy
"Nah, we don't
wasn't
need to talk about
there.
that shit. Men
Change
don't
my
talk about their
underwear.
feelings." What?
You never. Oh, I guess y'all never saw Austin Powers 3.
Yeah. Yes.
I
did.
did. I just didn't hear it over 8.
Anyways,
Right.
what were you about to say about Lau before I went off on that?
Okay,
Oh,
my sister, one of her favorite games in the series, aside from, it's hard for us to choose our favorite freaking Virtual Fighter, but one of the other ones we play often was 4 and the 10th anniversary disc.
Yes.
Actually, it was just like a full game on the Evolution.
All right, let me explain this. If you press guard and kick as Lau, he delivers a really powerful hard kick, and if you do down with it, it's a quick sweep. There you go.
Oh wow, it's the Mishima
Do it
kick.
multiple times if you time it right.
But yeah, that 10th anniversary one, that's actually one of her favorites, and she has a very bad history with fighting Lau in that game. Like, every single time she goes through the arcade mode, whenever she gets the Lau, it takes her like 12 different tries to beat him.
Yeah, that sounds about right with with me whenever I try to play Virtual Fighter 2.
And like, I'm just sitting there whenever she's doing the run there, I'm just kind of enjoying her frustration there.
Dural?
Also, she's just like generic boss character. She's not even really strong. She just mimics someone's style, and that's it.
Wasn't it like down, up, right, left, and
I forget
something?
that.
You could do it, but there's no point because it's much easier playing as her in Fighting Vipers. No, in Fighters Mega Mix. My bad. The only Doral equivalent in Fighting Vipers is fucking Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man, and then Kudum in 2.
You know, one of my favorite things in Fighters Mega Mix is one of the fucking Virtua cops is in it, and she can just use her gun.
You're not even gonna talk about fucking Rent a Hero?
It's a shame that we'll never. You know, they were gonna make a Rent a Hero movie of all things, and I guess the project died, which is a shame because I would have loved to see that.
That reminds me
Ooh,
of
maybe. Well, hold on. Maybe now that Sonic's doing okay in the theaters,
That
maybe
would really
we
make
might
sense
get
to jump
that.
from that to Virtua to Rent a Hero, but fuck it at this point. Why not? Get some Knights in there as well.
I actually talked about this with one of my friends that like Knights would make like the best big surreal dreamlike movie that's just big and trippy and all that. And here's the thing, I would love if it led Sonic and Knights together because I already kind of feel like Knights and Sonic are kind of coexist
Oh,
at
they
this
absolutely
point.
do.
And I would just love. And yeah, I just want a Knight Sonic crossover game. That would be the shit.
That dash kick, if you do it twice, is a kick.
A kick?
Best way I can explain it, really.
Is it like a Volk kick? God, I can't get over that fucking gif of Volcon doing his weird kick.
Remember early on, one strategy when we were just getting used to Virtual Fighter is you play as Akira, and then you just press kick, and then you do a crab walk. It was stupid,
There
and
Is
you
that
go.
the kick?
That is the kick, yes.
Good work,
Because
Daniel-san.
he does it. I remember because he does it in his music video for Summer Tempest, which is a really good song. Ah, shit.
Yeah, we've
So
pretty much
can we
seen
talk
the
about the
game.
fact that this game's complexity is immense, even in the earliest.
Yeah.
This franchise has like the depth of a black hole,
Ugh.
despite the fact that it's okay. Despite the fact that it looks, the earliest games look like
block.
very complicated claymation.
No way. They run smooth.
I didn't say it didn't.
Anyways, this stage
Alright,
is the
what-
best.
Season 2 reboot, but without good shading.
God, we need
I'd say-
more beach battle stages.
I'd say 3 was the most that had looked like, oh, this looks kind of janky-ish in terms of visuals, because like.
it was in the middle of being refined and beautiful.
But I'd say like 2 and 1, like they aesthetically hold up fairly well. I'd say at least.
Freakishly
I don't
so.
know. It's
Freakishly so.
Early reboot's still very rough.
Very. Wait, we're not talking about seasons.
Well, early reboot still looks pretty rough.
No, we're talking about Virtual Fighter.
Oh. Why'd you talk about reboot then?
Because I was referring to the likeness of this game looking kind of like reboot. In any case, look, I think it only warranted discussion because sometimes reboot would have characters that looked like they came out of Virtual Fighter 1.
Yeah, I can remember one episode distinctly. Well, not
I can
Virtual Fighter
remember.
1. They looked more like the models they had in Virtual Racing.
Oh fuck, you're right.
When they were even lower polygons, because
Sega
like...
32X looking ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, anyways, let's talk about the fact that they managed to get this port to look so fucking good, to be so fucking good. So it doesn't. So in contrast to the arcade version, there's no
Okay,
3D
someone's
background.
echoing.
I know.
Is it me?
Yes, it's you. It's obviously you.
Sorry.
Don't say it like that, man.
It's not his fault.
Anyways, you were saying...
I cut that.
So
Game looks
clearly, these
good.
are just 2D backgrounds, not actually 3D backgrounds like the AM2 version. But this game still. That's one of the costs they had to. Obviously, the models aren't as nice as the 3D version, as the AM2 version.
What are you
but
talking
that's
about
fine.
AM2 version? They did this port.
The AM2 model, like the cabinet.
Model 2, that's what it's called, you idiot.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's called the Model 2 cabinet. Now, if you call me an idiot again, I'm gonna kick you really hard.
Anyways, get to your point.
Wait, what? I was just going over what they did to make this game look nice.
Ooh.
Now, if you'll excuse me, because you pissed me off, you little fuck ass.
I'm gonna start kicking, and if you walk towards me and you get hit, that's your own fault. How many times have we done this month?
More times than I can count.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think we need to.
Brian, kick is the fucking best. It's
Anyways,
you know
I
how
think
fast
this-
that fucking move is, by the way.
No.
It's 3 frames.
Terrible.
Would
What do
we
you mean terrible?
Too good.
would the Bryant's kicks be comparable to, say,
A flash
How
kick?
wrong?
Yes.
I was gonna say how wrong spam in freaking Tekken 3.
Don't you mean
No, 'cause if
harangue?
you, no, because if you just backstep or block, they're fucked.
Anyways, I think this weekend I'm gonna have to start getting the best moments put together. Which means I'm just gonna have to ramshackle through all the streams
Speaking of
because
which, I'll give you a best
someone.
Check this.
Oh wait, I did the fucking elbow. God, such a good move. Anyways, I'm just gonna have to go through all the streams real quick this weekend just to find good bits.
Besides, I've been going through them myself.
Have you
Fighters
been writing
Instinct
them
has some
down?
really good I have time codes if you were curious.
That's exactly what I meant.
Well then, bitch. You're gonna be a happy duck. Which is what I would have said if I actually wrote the time codes down.
You fucker. Please tell me you actually have been.
I know where the general area is. It won't take me that long to look again.
Do you have anything for any other streams?
I'm currently going through the
YouTube uploads.
the Battle K Road up video.
I mean, we're definitely gonna put in the head kick, the soccer kick.
Obviously, yes, but that's like way longer than you think it is.
No, it's not. We just get 30 seconds in. I mean, this thing will probably be an hour of just the highlights. Thing is, I gotta do an intro. I'm gonna recreate the Pride FC style intro of the music because that fucking opening theme was so good. Have you heard it?
Not in its entirety.
Just got those booming drums, those sweeping horns or strings.
Look, I don't know. Look. You can take this as a compliment or what? I don't know, but like, you really don't value yourself as highly as you if you think that the highlights of our entirety of this month is just going to amount to an hour of good shit. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Well, like I said, we're gonna have to chop and screw a lot of stuff. We can't just make one whole mega mix 4-hour plus video.
No, you can make it at least 2 hours.
Well, I want to see what Wolf's ult is because I think we've ran the course of this game.
That's only because we don't know how to play it to its fullest yet. Yeah, I love those colors.
I remember how this was one of the stages that was in Fire's Mega Mix, and this was where the survival stages took place. If I'm
And for
correct.
some reason,
Caged
it was
into-
actually one of the caged Virtua Fighter stages.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Like, all the Virtua Fighter stages would just go on forever instead. You couldn't ring out, if I remember
Some of them
correctly.
were. Some of them weren't. It depends.
Best was Daytona, the Daytona stage.
Oh god, that was so good.
Fighting in the middle of the pit area.
Like, who the fuck thought that was a good idea? But if whoever.
Well, I
thought it
mean,
was-
there's probably been some redneck brawls in the NASCAR ring.
Are you sure?
Have you
I hope
seen
so.
how crazy rednecks get for NASCAR?
Oh yeah, the rednecks are crazy for NASCAR. Like,
Stone
Fucking-
Cold's crazy for flipping people to bird.
oh, I was gonna say people are crazy for the new Jordans whenever they come out.
And sneakerheads, who cares?
Sneakerheads are fucking insane. Holy shit! You think it was a fucking riot over some shit the police did with how those fucking dudes get with the Jordans?
Jordans, the Pumas, they're making 5 pairs of the Sonic shoes from the movie.
Oh God!
Like,
Why only 5?
that's the thing is, like, a lot of people have been saying on Twitter, but they've been making some dumbass marketing decisions with the Sonic movie. Fucking limited edition shoes, only 5 of them. They fucking do fast food time with Jack in the Box or something. Like, instead of going with, the actual Sonic, which actually serves chili dogs. It's like, there was so many things they could have done. But by God.
Yeah, I feel like it's been an untapped Sonic and Sonic.
Jeez. Alright, that's Virtua Fighter 2. Maybe
Wait,
we'll come back
I gotta
to...
do Akira versus
Nope,
Wolf.
too late.
The fist or twist?
You already did that. Too late now.
No, yeah, but like that wasn't... Oh, come on.
Fine. We open it back up, you ween.
Call me a ween one more time.
Alright, Weezer.
I will put my balls on stream for everyone to see.
Anyways, Trey's in chat. He says, Virtua Fighter, like how I say NWA Power. NASCAR is fascinating, but very much redneck culture and bionic. I don't know what that last one's referring to.
He said, Blonic.
Oh, Blonic.
I get it.
Oh, no. All right.
Fist or twist. Fist or twist.
Anybody else here play that one bootleg VR fighter versus Tekken 2?
With Honey and Bon in there for some reason.
And then I sometimes just sit there and think,
they were onto something.
Legit, if this were a legit game in an alternate universe, we would have probably one of my favorite fighting games ever to have Kazuya versus Bon.
Maybe.
Like, I mean, at the very least in this universe, though, we got Akuma versus Kazuya, and that's one dream matchup that I'm happy to have.
All right, well, there was your fist and twist.
Giant swing. Well, guess we know who's going to Fire Pro.
Don't spoil.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
All right, fuck it. I guess we'll talk about it. We are gonna.
No, don't say shit.
Just gonna say, if you all, hold on, wait, no. If you all want to help out the stream, there's something else you can do. Buy me all the Fire Pro World DLC. We got something cooking in the back, but we can't talk about it now.
Your mother has something cooking in the back, and it smells delicious.
Do we really want to go take a break? Because we could just start the karate tournament.
What's karate tournament on again?
MAME. Wait, is it on Fightcade, actually? I might just do a quick check on that, because it might.
No, remember, I don't have Fightcade anymore since my hard drive decided to shit
You
itself.
didn't think to reinstall?
Well, you see, I lost everything. And this is a new laptop.
How have you not it? What do you have on it then?
Parsec.
Actually, I've got Fightcade and Fightcade 2.
Let's see.
Of course you do. You
let me
didn't
just
lose
see
your
if
shit.
let's see the.
Well, I've been changing.
Oh yeah, the
laptops.
karate tournament is on Fightcade, but I guess we'll be doing it on MAME.
Well, you could play it with Robot.
No, I want all of us to do it, or whatever.
Aw, isn't that a sweet?
I feel so included.
Let's see.
You feel included. How do you think I feel?
Elated.
I forget that I'm even a co-host on this fucking show.
In your mind forever.
Now
Remember,
let's go
you're
to a
here
commercial break.
forever.
What'd you say?
Remember, you're here forever.
Yeah, I know.
The karate tournament. Discord? Boys. Ah, damn, I think Discord crashed. Let's see. Open.
Like, remember when they try to fight Raditz with genuine cunning, with
No, I
attacks that
don't.
should?
Anyways,
Yeah, me.
back to this. This is the karate tournament. This was made by Mitchell, who you might remember from that amazing movie on Mystery Science
George
Theater.
Mitchell? Paul Mitchell?
Anyways, set your buttons, because I kept adding you about it.
You know I'm not gonna pay attention to anything you at me about.
Oh, hey, I think I saw Frosty stream this way back.
It's because he did. This game only uses 2 buttons because they're too rad for you.
Yeah, Mitchell was ahead of the curve. He was a smart guy.
Curve. Get the fuck out of here, windjammers. Eat a dick.
Hey, no bad mouthing windjammers.
If you couldn't tell I was a bit, you're lost as like a human being.
All right. I think this is just difficulty, so I'll just go with that.
All right, let's see if I can do it.
Now jump in.
All right, cool.
And what will you wear? I
Now,
don't
my
think it
eyes are
really
closed.
matters.
Tell me when to go. My eyes
Now.
are closed. Tell me when to go.
You're brown.
Oh, I'm brown. What your pants are gonna look like after this?
Right, so there's no jumping. What you attack by holding a direction, and then your buttons will do
Wait,
something.
wait, stop. Let's do a little dance in honor of Fighters February 3. Hi, hi. God!
This is also real style karate. It's all about the points.
I'll give you some pointers on how to actually fight. Lesson 1.
Make
Stay
sure
home.
you have a kabuki man as your ref. Get a licensed kabukier to officiate your fight. Oh well, I lied. I lied.
That's more of a hop than a jump.
Motherfucker, he is airborne, therefore I still count it as something. It's definitely not
My guy, I think you
jumping.
killed my guy.
I probably did, and if I did,
No,
I'm
wait,
sorry.
there he is. Oh, right in the dick
Reenact
on that one.
Willie Williams and a block of wood. You're the block of wood. I'm Willie Williams. Let's
How about we
begin.
just do Don Fry and Takayama where they just start punching each other?
You're not allowed to do that kind of shit in karate, are you?
I mean, we were able to do it in Ichigeki on PS1.
Well, that's true, but it didn't look as cool as when we did it in virtual pro wrestling.
Oh yeah, this game is really horny for its smears.
Almost disgustingly so, wouldn't you agree?
They need to move faster, cause I'm not sure
This
what
shit
the
is not. This shit is not helping it.
it's
you
not
know?
optimized.
Like, the longer ones look fine, but, like, the small ones is where it really looks
Like, look at
weird.
this. Back off. Back up. Look at this. Wait. Like, that's just your basic ass punch.
Trying to sell how fast you guys are going. Fuck, it's some Ultra Instinct up in here.
We also got our nice P-tails. Which is how I say ponytail.
I wonder how these would look like instead with, like, Alpha 3 looking after images instead of smears.
Better, way better.
I don't know. It might be a bit more messier.
You know, no, because he's not.
Because some of
talking
these
about,
are
like,
big sprites just for one attack.
Oh, you know, that's a fair point, but I feel like anything's better than what the fuck's happening right now. Look at my shit, dog. Look at my shit. I'm a fucking. I'm turning into.
Yeah, I'm seeing your shit go brown like your belt.
I'm turning into a fucking monster from the Thing.
Become the wind. Become a whirlwind.
I'm about to fuck like a windjammer.
Oh.
You ready? Where's my cool combo mad set to Wild Fang for this game?
Wild Fang. What's that from?
It's a song that, well, you want in most basic terms, was used in the Japanese commercial for Mega Man X8, and
It's also in the Japanese opening too.
it is a baller song.
Yes. It's probably my favorite Mega Man song.
I'm with you there.
Also, I feel like it fits really well with the themes of Mega Man X. Lyrics, anyway.
Especially X8. I can definitely say attest to that as somebody who does own X8.
It's perfect. Well, looks like you beat my meat.
Jump back in.
Why am I naked?
I don't think it really matters what color you choose.
Why am I your dark? Why am I your the dark side?
Because inside all of us, there are two John McCarthys who must fight it out for dominance over the mind.
We'll see about that, gentlemen. I wish this game would speed up a little bit.
Okay.
It's forever to wait for the next round, quote unquote.
How's that?
I like that. That's good. That's sexual. I like it. It's real nasty,
Oh, shit.
funky.
It's like you guys turned on frickin' 10-star. Nah, I'd say this is equivalent to like 8-star turbo on Championship Edition of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, 8-star.
Oh,
Oh, I
whoops.
lost.
That'd be really correct now if we got to like 10-star.
Okay, stop. Wait, I gotta really try and figure this out. Stop!
How does it feel, Prince? To get your balls.
Alright, back
Fuck.
to normal. I think.
Yeah, but have either of you played like 10-star turbo speed on the Genesis version of freaking Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition? 'Cause that shit is insane.
Right.
I miss when you could just have speed change in fighting games, you know? Like, last time I remember seeing that was like... crap, like... Fighter Maker
What happened
2.
there? Oh man, Fighter Maker 2 on PS2. I got some unfortunate memories of that one.
I have memories of that game. In fact, my PS3 has all
Well-
the saves of all the characters who I've made.
Well, it wasn't much. It wasn't so much the game itself. It was what happened that same day.
Ah,
I decided to turn on Monday Night Raw to see what was going on with Vince McMahon because the week prior his limo exploded. And then they dropped the bombshell that Benoit happened.
God damn. That's rough, man.
I think that was the first time I ever got exposed to kayfabe being fake or whatever.
Oh, man.
What a moment, huh?
I'll get back to you on the kayfabe part. There's something about that I've always wanted to. I think I've talked about this with you. Oh shit, that got me. Damn. You boom.
Put in your name, asshole.
I'm trying. Call me asshole again, I'm gonna stick my thumb up my butt and sing a song.
Okay, I like to play. That guy's cheating. He's got gloves and a helmet on.
It's okay, he's only a training dummy.
He's
See,
got a
you can think of it
ass
as
right there, too.
he's. Now, whenever I see that, I just can't help but think, oh, hey, look, it's that one outfit that Dan had in freaking 4.
What, the Kabuki guy?
No, the training outfit one.
Oh, well, the helmet is different because what he was wearing in this, that's actually used in some martial arts competitions, from what I understand. It was even in Karate Master 2, the Knockdown Blow. Which, God, I want to look into that game so bad. Here we go. Ooh!
Damn.
That was a fucking hit.
Yeah, I despise when I lose to you in these kinds of games, but I have to accept when it happens, and it's legit. And that time was really legit. I gotta step up my game, gotta improve myself. Gotta make things a better player. And that these things happen, and sometimes a player is just better than you. But I
It's
can't.
always a bigger fish.
But I can't let it affect me because now that you motherfuckers have watched the Boondocks, you don't get my reference. Oh, now I get what it feels like to be Prince and make references no one gets.
Shut the fuck up.
Hold on. That was you didn't need to get that angry about it.
Well, too bad. Cunt.
I don't understand why that was such an intense response. Are you okay? I'm sorry.
First you talk shit behind my back, and I do that to me? What else are you gonna talk
I talk shit about you in front of you. What do you want?
It's different when I'm not there.
But you know I don't care. I'll do it no matter what. I don't care if your mama, your daddy, your granddaddy, your
My
children
dad's
are there.
dead, you dick.
Oh, well, okay. You know I'm talking in hyperbole, all right? Calm down.
All right, hyperlinks.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Hyperlink. I call you what they call a link when you include it on a Word document.
I know what a hyperlink is, you little funky bandito. What I'm asking is why the fuck did you make that reference? We're not in high school anymore. We don't have to worry about fucking shitty essays.
What is this?
Oh, so close, but yet so far.
Try a different belt color. Maybe there is some difference.
I doubt it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to spread my cheeks and
Yeah,
cough.
you got some good ones right there. Look at the
We have
definition.
the same set of cheeks. It's okay.
They buns of steel.
Oh,
Damn, you blew my ass out. You blew my back out.
I'm blasting your ass at this game so hard, man.
It's one of the few games you've ever done that before.
Oh, heel smash.
Damn, I'm fucking dead. Fuck the crane kick.
Someone
is when
pick
you
up this
should've gone
corpse. Toss it off the mountain.
Live asshole! What did I tell you about sex sound?
Ooh.
God damn, I flew back.
That's a launcher.
Oh, those are worth 2 hits. Points. Ugh.
Whew.
Trespika. Hey, Hachi time.
Hell yeah.
Alright, here comes the final ball breaker. That's a twofer.
I'll give you a 2-for-1 special with your ass.
That was only worth 1 point? Come on. Woo!
That one was powerful. Fuck.
I don't know how I did that even. Okay, I think that was 3 points.
Well, I'm dead.
Oh no, it's only 1 pointer. Yeah, I don't know the metrics of this game or how it judges what gets how many points.
Judge is a corrupt piece of shit.
The flashier you do it, the more points you get and shit. So you pull off a Christ Air, then you really just instantly win.
But then you also gotta grab the tapes in the same run.
Yeah, and then you gotta make sure you grab all 7 Dragon Balls.
And you ruined the joke because you were supposed to stick to Tony Hawk. Nice going, dickweed.
You're telling me the Dragon Balls aren't in Tony Hawk Pro Skating?
You stepped out of the ring! That's at least 1 point. Even he said, hey, stay inside the box, you idiot.
See, it'd make more sense if you made a joke like, say, like Spider-Man or something like that, considering Spidey and Tony Hawk 2. It was 2, right? It was in, right?
Was 2. Number 3 had Wolverine. Oh. And Darth Maul.
Well, you beaten me 6 times. Now you just gotta beat me 9 times.
Wait. You're telling me there was a Tony Hawk game with fucking Darth Maul in it and I didn't know about this shit?
Of course,
number 3?
obviously, because they knew you wanted to play it, but they didn't tell you about it. So they wanted to be mean to you.
Like, holy fuck, man.
Oh.
Now it's time.
Oh, that was a twofer.
Speaking of skateboarding games, what was that one skateboarding game that had, like, Vampire Hunter in it? And
That was something done by Konami. I forgot what it's called, but Simon is also a character, and there's a stage based off of Metal Gear Solid 2.
What, Dream Mix?
No. It was a skateboarding game. You also have to fight a tank by grinding on it.
Finally!
The Rock has come back to
To the
back.
Can you smell?
Now let's see you go up against this guy. Come on. Show me that you're good.
What the karate is cooking.
God, look at this industrial zone from Sonic you're in.
It's also what's that one? It's a Strider. It's like a Strider.
Oh yeah, that too. Actually, fun fact: Mitchell,
Os-
this corporation, which I mentioned was an offshoot of Capcom, they made Cannon Dancer.
And were they the guys who made that game? That what I'm talking about? Osmo.
Osman, yes.
Yes, Osmo.
We should play it sometime. It's really cool.
Is it complete? I thought it was incomplete.
Yeah, it's complete. It released.
Oof, you know what? Just like my soul was released from my mortal coil from that fucking kick. Holy shit!
All right, enough of that.
Time for you to get your ass cheeks covered again.
Slapped.
No, you need to get clothed, boy. You've been naked for too long.
Yeah, put some oil lotion or scraps of beat, scrap brain stuff and stuff, and hey, we'd be set. Oddly
Get
enough,
down.
it has a look that kind of reminds me of like a DOS game somewhat. It's
Yeah.
hard
It
for me
is
to
a DOS game,
explain.
technically.
It looks like I should be learning about how the environment is good and all that, and that we're trying to stop some mega corporation.
Ah, yes.
And this is the bad ending.
Ah, yes, Sonic CD.
Oh, the Sonic CD though.
Whoa!
That's technology and nature can coexist, but
There needs to
That's
be a
all
healthy.
of Sonic.
But like CD has like the most apparent thing, and it's just like to say that it's just like
Whoa!
oh hey,
What is that splitter you were doing?
bam, spinning like a Beyblade there, man.
Gotta let her rip.
Yeah, spun. Speaking of rip, your asshole is much like Xbox is in tatters now.
He's got a real
Jack.
cauliflower
I feel like-
anus.
Fucking Ozman is gonna show up and start climbing all over this shit.
Oh, that'd be sick. Though I also do appreciate this background because it looks like it'd be the cover for some like album. I'm thinking AC/DC.
I was thinking,
It just needs like it just needs their Eddie the
Sticks.
Skeleton
dude on it.
I was gonna say with the colors, it looks more like a Journey album.
Actually, yes, that's actually really on the money right there. Good one, Robo.
I know my
good night,
I know my,
nigga.
I know my album covers,
You're not
considering my dad just
I am the
collects the
blind nigga
shit
samurai. You said two radically different things. What the fuck did you say?
I'm just saying, my dad collected a shit
Seriously, look
ton
at that
of-
ass right there. Look at it.
Yes,
That-
I know. We've been looking at it several
Firm
times after
cheek.
you've kicked mine.
Guess we're still gonna fight here at Sonic.
I'm just thinking of that cheeks, and I'm thinking, remember that one time in the first episode of Lupin where I got to see Goemon's pretty damn thick cheeks?
I focus more on their hairy hands because that's detail you don't see anymore.
Or there's hairy hands, man. Hairy hands.
But like,
What was I saying before? Ah, yes.
Something about Robo's dad's albums.
Yeah, my dad, he loves to collect his freaking CDs and albums and shit, so you got me just looking through a lot of, and me listening to a lot of that shit too. That pretty much influenced my taste in music, you know? Love me, you know, some, just Foreigner is definitely one of them. Let's see, Hollow Notes, definitely some Journey in there. So yeah, you can kind of tell how my taste in music formed. And then there's also the fact that my mom listens to a lot of R&B, so that's how I get the other side of the coin.
My taste in music were mostly formed by the YouTube algorithm and game soundtracks.
Oh, I just found it from literally fucking whatever.
But there was this one song I kind of liked from this Spanish band my mom had a CD for, but I lost the CD and I have no idea what the band was called. I think they were called Maya or something. I remember their album cover that she had, it had like a mermaid on it or something.
One Spanish, the one that I remember was the one song that goes, pero gasolina.
Yeah, that's played at any Hispanic function, I can tell you that much. Because actually in Puerto Rico, they have alcoholic Capri Suns, and they're called Gasolina.
Yeah!
Well, I'd say honestly, if I'm gonna
I'd
be
be
honest,
fucking I'd become an alcoholic if that shit available to me.
I think they sell them in the U.S., but you guys gotta know where to go.
I feel that's so weird.
Maybe
considering-
try
Puerto Rico's a U.S. territory. Why is it this hard to get shit done?
Because our president's a cunt.
Because for some reason, America refuses to acknowledge Puerto Rico as a state.
And it's fucking
For
infuriating.
reasons I can't understand.
I don't mean to get real, but if it had shit for Hurricane Maria been done faster, my grandpa could have possibly still be here.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly legitimate and completely true.
But he didn't die from the hurricane. It was something else that could have been found sooner, but Maria happened. Anyways, moving on. Jump back in.
Johnny Cabahala back on board. Now, as I was saying before.
Your balls.
Yeah, no. Okay, so, so Sonic's art direction for the first game was inspired by, like, cool, like, Japanese art for,
Tetsuya Yamashita albums.
among others, obviously.
Well, I know there was one guy who did a lot of covers, and I read interviews that said, like, yeah, there was this guy did a lot of work for Tetsuro album covers, and I thought, yeah, that looks like the kind of world I want to make.
That kind of adds a little bit of creativity. Kind of gives me really just why, like, into the early betas of Sonic 1 has, like, the UFOs. Kind of adds to that, like, album cover aesthetic.
See,
Also, they also use a lot of early CG as a reference too.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. See, myself, especially when Sonic 3 started using actual. Not a lot of people know that or think about it.
Now, I knew that Sonic 3 was starting to use CG
You
renders
are
and
not a lot of
stuff.
people.
Oh, true. God, you ever see the Sonic beta that leaked a while ago? Sonic 3 beta.
Sonic 3?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
No.
now that they actually have
That Sonic
arguably a
models.
replacement soundtrack for Sonic 3.
God, that is such a mysterious hole. And it's probably the reason why we won't really see a major remaster of Sonic 3 like those
definitely.
Whitehead ports.
Sucks, but
True.
It's not made any easier by Michael not being here anymore.
It's not made any easier by, like, the really fucked legal shit that happened back in the 90s with Michael.
see, I wouldn't I'm disappointed at that, but at the same time, I'm actually kind of more on the hopes that, oh hey, maybe SA1 will get that remaster or something, you know?
I mean,
Right,
I
heel
just want
smash.
SA3, goddammit.
But you did in Japan. They called Unleashed World Adventure.
You know that's not the same, motherfucker. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, I'm ribbing you right now.
See, I'm alright with that because I'm one of those guys that actually really does love Unleashed. So
Oh, I'm one of those guys that was like, man, Sonic and Knuckles going on an adventure together would have been fucking fun to have that again. And honestly, the only thing I don't like about Unleashed is the Werehog, and that's it.
I can understand.
Ooh,
that,
there it
but At the
is.
same time, for what it is, I'm okay with the Werehog.
It came at the cost of taking away Knuckles from me, and for that I can't forgive it.
See, I'm just
You robot hobo going, eh.
like that's the thing though. Then I wouldn't mind it, but at the same time, I would have more also like it just be a plot that could properly make Sonic and Knuckles work without having a day and night cycle kind of thing. Like,
Or Knuckles being an idiot again and getting duped for the millionth time.
You know, I've always talked about that, and it doesn't really happen anymore past Adventure 2. Because now he'll just fucking just completely get... Now he'll just wreck Eggman's shit if he so much as looks at the Master Emerald.
look, by
That's his
Heroes,
development.
it's pretty much
Development
he's
isn't
like,
him going, oh man, I really shouldn't let Eggman trick me. It's him going, Eggman, get the fuck out of my face. And then him wrecking his shit.
Oh, you're
I think
dead.
In Sonic Adventure 2, Eggman tries to grab the Master Emerald. He goes, "Huh, I'll take it." And Knuckles just shatters it, makes it so that no one can use it. He's like, "I can just put it back together later. Fuck you, Eggman." And he's like, "Oh shit, I didn't think he'd do that. That's not what I expected." Uh-oh.
Whoopsie
what
doodle.
what I also like is, like, as much as like having the Master Emerald connected to Knuckles is a important thing to him, I would like if we just had a game where, like, it's not as major. It's just, oh wait, we gotta find the Master Emerald again, or some shit like that. Have something else. I mean, if Heroes could present the idea that, yes,
I would have loved the idea of the shit going on with Chip connecting to the echidnas or something in a meaningful way, so that we wouldn't have to just worry about the Master Emerald anymore, and we could also get some connections as to like the weird shit with Sonic being the ultimate life form and the echidna race being all over the like having civilizations, having their like technology and architecture all over the place. And it would be a really nice way to bridge the gap between those two, just like SA1 and 2 did with their stories. That would be fun. And it would also excuse the world adventure for various reasons, or for one reason or another. You could have all three of them just going on a trip. Just have 90 days around the world, but with Sonic and Knuckles, that'd be the coolest fucking shit.
now let's talk to the one thing that's this whole split worlds thing. Now that's another one that, like, I'm not against it, but I want to see it explained.
I already fucking told you that it's not a thing.
Yeah, well, look, if it was acknowledged by the actual creator, then
It's not though.
Just because Yuji Naka acknowledges it doesn't mean Sega has to.
Yeah, and just because also Sonic Team would have already had done that if they wanted to. Of all this weird, stupid shit they've done, they would have just done that anyway.
then why does Sonic Forces take place entirely in, like, just animals?
You know, that's a good point, and I think the best answer to that is they finally wanted to go ahead and do that now, after showing us a world full of humans, and not showing the other Sonic characters that aren't, like, super important and not animals. And also, I'll point this out as a thing, they just didn't think about it. Because remember that conversation Takashi Iizuka has about the moon in Shadow the Hedgehog 1? No, Shadow the Hedgehog, not Shadow the Hedgehog 1, fuck. Where someone asks him, hey, if the Eclipse cannon already destroyed half of the moon, why does it look intact in Shadow the Hedgehog? And he goes, that's because the moon turned over to its side where it's not destroyed. And everyone looked at him and went...
Just side-eyed him like the black guy in that meme where he's driving a car.
Yeah, everyone looked at him and went, really, nigga? Really? You're gonna pull the moon? You're gonna pull that shit?
Moon
You're gonna pull the
truther.
Piccolo? You're gonna pull the they wish back the moon. That's why it comes back in other episodes. Shit.
Wait, they,
No.
wait,
That
that's,
reminds
did
me.
they explain that?
No, they never did.
Oh my god.
No, wait. I'll tell you one thing about the moon thing. It's I thought from, like, it's just like, oh hey, the Guardian of Earth is able to create the moon, because they blew up the moon more than once in Dragon Ball.
You know, that's a fair point, except for the fact that when Piccolo blows it up, and when Kami's not there anymore, the moon's there.
Jump back in.
Well, wait. If it's not there, then why does Vegeta say, where the hell is the damn moon?
I don't think
said,
Vegeta would care about the moon.
Yeah,
What?
I don't
No,
think Vegeta cared about
remember? Because he was going Great Ape.
Oh yeah, I forgot. No.
Well, then
The
he
moon
could pull
is
out that
gone,
bullshit where
but
he
they
just
do
make
nothing to
the
restore it.
artificial moon.
They do nothing to restore it. No, yeah, he's right. They did destroy the moon, despite the fact that everything would be fucked if the moon was actually destroyed.
Yeah, like the tides would be crazy.
No one would be. There would be no Saiyan arc. Everyone would be dead before the Saiyans got there.
Like that like, there's a point where you have to go for the, okay.
No, I don't think you get it, man. Like there would be like raining rubble from the skies.
I know.
Like
I don't know about that.
But at the same time,
he blows
makes
it
a
up with the force of like every single nuclear weapon mankind has ever.
Doesn't mean it's gonna
devised.
push all that space rocket immediately to Earth.
No, like,
Oh,
here's
Where
the,
else would it go? It would
Here's
drift
Space!
around the-
It'll just be asteroids in space, you moron!
You know, that's a fair
disintegrate
point to make,
everything.
but
It would
there's
just
no way
disintegrate
that
the
debris.
beam.
There's no way that some of that debris isn't hitting Earth.
No, like, okay, I can understand that, but it makes a lot more sense than the really stupid explanation that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot gave. You wanna know how they explained it in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
I don't give a fuck. You should have just not blown up the moon.
Well, then we'd still have great apes, so...
You know, that's a fair point.
I love
to
how
make,
we're
but I
just
feel
yelling
like-
about the moon right now in Dragon Ball.
Moon!
Because Dragon Ball, Toriyama just didn't think about it.
Whoops.
Just like Takashi Iizuka didn't think about the moon in Shadow the Hedgehog.
See, it's that with the moon and Sonic at the very least, there's more than one fucking moon in Sonic, and we have seen it.
You know,
Right.
that's a fair point to make, except the moon that gets shot in Adventure 1 would still be the same moon we'd see in Shadow the Hedgehog. Also, he doesn't make an excuse to say that there are two moons, because it's such an on-the-spot question, but he didn't have to. He could have just said we forgot, instead of, oh man, the moon turned over to its side, know what I'm saying, dog?
See, I could at least buy the turning over to its side a little bit because
You
of the
can't
force.
do that!
But the force of a fucking big beam could kind of move it.
No, that's still not how it works.
Ooh.
Yes, because
Still
that's
not how it works.
because because science is completely fair and completely one.
Science is a bitch.
Science is a bitch. But
Look,
I'm
that's the
pretty
point.
sure
When you have
still
to say
unchanged.
fuck science and just do it.
It still wouldn't matter. Oh my god. Look, I get we're talking about the same series where a blue hedgehog can defy physics for the better part of an entire game, but fuck it.
Ooh.
God damn it. When a motherfucker tells me some shit about the moon, then I know it's bullshit.
Oh, that was 3 points.
I'm gonna call bullshit on it, alright? Fuck off.
Oh.
Good God, I can't wait to see when I have to make up bullshit.
Then just don't call attention to it if you don't know how it works. It's that simple.
Good. Now I can just give all my delinquent superpowers and say, fuck it, my story, my rules, biatch.
See, yeah, and if you bull in some shit about some scientific phenomena that isn't true, call you out on it. But if you try to give it some legitimate narrative reasoning,
I'm
as to
not.
why-
I just want my characters to do cool shit.
yeah, that's perfectly fine. But don't
I'm not
fucking-
gonna explain it. I don't care about the explanation. I just care about how it looks and how it, I just care about the fighting, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Calm down there, Major Tom. Let me get you
Who's
back to
Major
Earth
Tom?
for a second.
See, my problem.
Don't
is
you mean
that-
Major Adam?
No, I mean
It's a
Major
Ferbuary
Tom,
song.
because you are fucking way out there now. I only care about two things if you do something, if you give an explanation. I want you to not violate that explanation unless that violation comes with some reasoning that actually makes sense. And two, I need you to do something. I need you to come up with an explanation that if you pull some scientific rationale into it, at least makes sense and isn't you directly lying to me about how I know it works. Like the whole 10% of your brain thing.
That's not even a thing.
I know. That's what I'm getting at. If you tell me it's some shit about 10% of the brain, it's like, no, that's not a thing. You didn't have to use that explanation.
See,
Do you
with
think
the
for me
10
it's always just, oh, you can do because you're a strong fighter, fighting spirit, all that anime bullshit.
See, that's fine.
All right,
See, if I
Robo's
were
gonna
to
say
use,
something.
like-
Say your piece.
Yeah, it's like
No,
you
let
can't get
Robo
a-
speak.
Oh, my bad, Robo.
If there's a character that says, "Oh, only use 10% of their brain," it's gonna be something that gets immediately like say, "Okay, yeah, you're full of shit." And
Yeah,
shit.
where'd you read
And
that
if-
from? Daily Facts on Twitter?
Yeah, basically.
No, that's also hilarious because Mally is far from the most scientific person that in the entire cast. Like, she's intelligent because she's an archaeologist, so that kind of comes to the territory of at least being pretty smart. But
Yeah.
she is far from a science major professor or anything like that. But even she would just be like,
That's
yeah.
clickbait, bro.
Yeah, like if you fucking come on if a fucking fictional story says about how a character has autism because they got a vaccine, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, don't. Oh, please tell me no one's actually done that bullshit.
No, but like you see what I mean by you have to have some makes fucking sense if you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I see.
Then just don't do it. That's what I meant. That's exactly what I fucking mean. Like don't bullshit me in a way that has no basis in reality. And I don't
Okay.
mean like having the ability to break through walls. I mean shit like, oh man, like do you know how many blood transfusions there are in Dracula in the original Bram Stoker's Dracula novel without any regard to blood types?
How many?
Oh boy, I
Oh
think
no.
it's 3.
Oh my god. Okay, if this was anything real, someone would be just dead from that.
Just like, it's like happens like 3 or 4 times.
See, the
Oh my
craziest
goodness.
science thing that I have is that one character is partially deleted, I should note, but then turns herself into a completely different species through genetic engineering bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
look, if you
fine.
don't like
Mutations.
go into detail, it's fine. It's fine. It's like science fiction shit that won't have to deal with any bases in it for like a while. But if you fucking tell me some shit like, man, you see black people because their skull is a specific shape.
Where are you going with
Yeah,
this? I don't like
No,
this.
I'm saying like complete bullshit. You know, like if you bring eugenics into this shit, you're like,
Oh.
nope, get out of here, get out of here.
Look, the only thing that I've made is that animal peoples have been given higher intelligence from a big shiny rock.
See, that's fine.
Oh,
if,
sidebar
it makes
about
sense
that.
consistently, and you don't bullshit it with like another explanation and violate it like later on. Like, here's a good example of this that I always get a kick out of.
Can I just
which
make a
is,
sidebar real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
So since we were talking about Dragon Ball earlier, and you mentioned furries, did you see in Dragon Ball Kakarot that apparently there's furries because there was a pill that would
Furry
turn you-
drug. Yes, I did see that.
That's amazing. Okay, 8, you may continue.
All right, so as I was saying, like the best example I can give is like, so you know when fucking it's stated that if Cell's head gets blown off in the manga, he can't regenerate, but then Goku just instant transmission Kamehamehas his ass, blowing everything from the waist up off.
Except his feet or some bullshit.
Yeah, except his fucking feet, and he gets back up. It's like, you didn't give like, if it was like,
Oh.
there's ways you could fix that, like, oh, that information's actually incorrect, or oh, he was lying. And if there's actual genuine foreshadowing or build up to the narrative that would explain that about his character, to explain, oh yeah, all right, that makes sense. He would lie about that. All right, that's fair. Or you look at, or like they actually looked at the research notes, and it's like, actually, because Cell has so much Namekian DNA in him, trumped up with like the Zenkai and like Saiyan cells in him, at this point, he's basically fucking immortal if you don't destroy everything. I would have accepted that, but they didn't do that.
Sure.
And that would have
why-
made sense internally in Dragon Ball, because like characters are constantly evolving into higher forms of life.
See-
It's kind of their thing.
Would have been better if, like, said the nucleus is like
Oh god.
microscopic or some shit like that, or like at least in a way that it's just like, because if it
No,
was
no. What I meant is like if you use the logic from other things in Dragon Ball that exist, Dragon Ball, like how Saiyan Mechians work, I would have accepted that, because that would have been Toriyama paying attention and being like, well, you know, it only makes sense that Cell would keep evolving past that because that's what he was designed to do.
Oh, my heel.
And that would have been perfectly fine. But no, he just forgot.
See, this is why I
and then-
still think that Boo was a little bit better. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, he's fucking he's super regenerating and shit. And
Yeah, he was designed to be a bioweapon that could handle anything. Literally anything. Also, he's made of magic energy, and that basically means he
Fuck
wills
you.
he wills his being into existence by sheer force of will.
Oh.
and the only way to beat him is with like absolute pure pure like spirit bomb positive
Shit.
energy and shit.
Oh,
Just,
I was gonna say you just treat him like a normal human being.
All right, final battle. Last
well, I was
quarter.
talking about. I was more like Kid Boo, but yeah, definitely.
All right, A game time.
The real way to beat Boo is you bring him over for a beer and you have a good time.
Exactly.
Which I love that idea. It's like,
First-
oh hey,
Hercule was so much more fun in the Boo saga because
of course he was.
he was actually part of the plot and not just a gag character. Not to say he wasn't funny in the Cell
Oh,
saga,
he was super
but
fucking funny in he was funnier in Boo though.
So what's the over/under on Hercule being based off Count Dante?
It makes perfect sense, and I agree.
All right, just a quick note for anyone who doesn't know. Count Dante was this infamous karate instructor who spouted a lot of bullshit in the 1970s about like the death touch, martial arts, or bullshit like that. There's a video about him. I suggest everyone go watch him. It's, from someone named OKI, I think. Anyways, back to y'all's conversation.
So yeah, but the most I can think of where they don't bullshit the explanation is basically okay, so like just a light example, nothing too complicated, is chaos control in Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 2, where it's like, okay, you either need a Chaos Emerald or you need to have like you need to have had some experience using this shit for you to be able to pull it off. Like, not experience, but like you need to have used a Chaos Emerald prior to and still have that energy within you.
Oh, I got that Daniel song shit.
Which is like perfectly fine. You're like, oh, okay, cool, makes sense.
All right.
Of course, Sonic would be able to
Step
use
it up.
He's been having the
Come
fucking
on, step it up.
he's got
Shit.
the goddamn Chaos Emeralds in him since like the first fucking game.
And you're down.
That's like years of having that shit in you.
So much so that it turned his eyes green.
Yeah, I love that idea, actually.
All right, final match, final round.
I don't even know if that's canon, but I love the idea that it just changed his physical appearance. Oh, that also explains why Shadow's eyes are red, because he's based off of Super. Also, finding out that because when I was younger, I thought that the game were always making the argument that Sonic at his base level was the ultimate life form. Then I realized it was Super Sonic, and that makes way more fucking sense than it could ever possibly expect. Because it's like, oh yeah, cool. This being that's super invincible can fly and do literally fucking anything. Oh, yeah, all right, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Of course, that would be Of course, that form would be considered the ultimate life form. It's fucking. It can
what a
do
bullshit.
anything. I got a kick out of that.
See, I always like the title with Ultimate Life Form. I always just saw as like it's a big thing. But it's more just a title. It's like saying Legendary Super Saiyan. You say it so many goddamn times that it's just like, okay, yeah.
Well, yeah. After once Shadow the Hedgehog came being, but like you look at Super Sonic and you're like, no, yeah, that's the ultimate life form.
Yeah.
There's no bullshitting this.
Don't mean to interrupt y'all, but that's the end of the stream. We gotta say goodbye.
Good. Later.
Bye bye.
Good games, good time, and make sure to come back tomorrow for the race war of Def Jam Vendetta versus Backyard Wrestling.
Did you really fucking say race war for Def Jam?
And Backyard Wrestling.
Look, you're right.
Look, it's white people the game versus black.
I
No,
said
white.
you're right. What do you want from me?
I want you to slap me on the titty.
Fighters February 3. World Grapple Tournament 2020 in New York.